U.S. Custom and Border Protection officials made the largest seizure of agriculture products in U.S. history at the New Jersey port. And African swine fever concerns grow. RT Sara Montes joins me with the details. Sara, I'm just kind of shocked to think of pork coming from China might have swine flu. How is this going to affect me?
Well, Scotty, federal authorities in New Jersey said 1 million pounds of pork products allegedly smuggled from China have been seized at a port in northern New Jersey. Now, public affairs specialist at CBP, Anthony Bucci, told Reuters the seizure was in an effort to ban the spread of African swine fever. Now, China has reported 112 confirmed cases in just 28 provinces and regions across the country since last August. The director of field operations for the Customs and Border Protection in New York and New Jersey said it's the largest agricultural bust the U.S. has ever made. And it's still unclear whether the confiscated pork had swine fever. But a federal agent working with the U.S. Department of Agriculture said that the investigation is still ongoing. And according to Deputy Chief Agricultural Specialist, the pork was smuggled in different containers, including ramen noodle bowls and Thai detergent. Now, U.S. officials have ramped up their fight to avoid the virus after Vietnam confirmed its first cases just last month. CBP plans to add more dogs to sniff out illegal pork products at airports and seaports. Now, while the disease is not harmful to humans, it is highly contagious and fatal to pigs. There's no cure for the African swine fever, and U.S. leaders are saying that a vaccine could take up to 10 or 20 years just to develop. And in an effort to control the virus, China has culled about 1 million pigs. China produces roughly half of the world's pork and has, interestingly enough, become the leading importer of pork. According to data from the U.S. Department of Agriculture released just last week, China made its largest purchase of U.S. pork in nearly 2 years. Now, this was due to the increase in Chinese hog prices due to the ongoing outbreak of African swine fever. Now, China bought over 50 million pounds of U.S. pork. Now, this comes with a 62% import tariff that was imposed by China on the meat. This was part of the recent trade war between the two countries. Now, Scotty, although the African swine fever is not dangerous to humans, the Department of Agriculture is concerned that if it breaks out here in the U.S., it could cost upward of $10 billion, and that's just in 1 year.
That's very scary. Now, were they actually trying to just smuggle pork in? Was that their main goal?
Well, they were trying to smuggle flavoring and cured meat, so it wasn't actual pork found in those products. But I mean, we can perhaps see that they were trying to make money off of these markets, which is illegal to import pork products that come from countries with African swine fever. And interestingly enough, just 2 weeks ago, from that same port, authorities found over 3,000 pounds of cocaine. So they are increasing presence of dog sniffers to avoid these products coming through to our country.
Busy port, but it sounds like our law enforcement is doing their job in catching the bad stuff and the bad guys that bring it in. Thank you so much for joining us, Sara.
Scotty.
Hey YouTube, thanks for checking out our channel. We hope you enjoyed the video. We have tons of content for you just like this. For more of RT America's one-of-a-kind news and analysis, be sure to subscribe and never stop questioning more.